Hello folks, welcome back to Fallout 3. Now in this episode, I'm going to head up to Agatha's house, right over here by my rusty train yard. And we're going to do the Agatha's song quest. Finally, I've been putting this off for long enough. So, yeah, let me try to remember how to get here. I think you go over... Gotta go around, I think. This was the closest location I had. Brought a pool cue to a gunfight. Or a railway rifle fight. You'd think you could find so many better things out in a wasteland full of scrap. Like, just grab some of this rebar. Something, anything better than a pool cue. Should be a path leading to it. Right up over here. So this will bring us into Vault 92. And the last episode, I explored Vault 108 and Vault 106. If you want to see some Vault footage, check those out. I think I might be getting here kind of late in the day. If you play your cards right, there's a unique weapon you can get out of this. Oh, you're still awake. Okay.
Oh my, I wasn't expecting any visitors. My. You certainly do look a little bit worn out from your travels. Oh, just look at my terrible manners. I'm Agatha. It's so nice to meet you. Now, what brings you all the way out here?
That's funny. I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just fine out here. My husband, rest his poor soul, saw to it that our house was well protected from the elements and the inhabitants of the wastes.
Oh, your husband's dead? I'm sorry.
Well, that's kind of you to say. Yes, he's gone. After he built this place, we spent many happy years together. We decided to cut off contact with the outside world and just depend on each other for comfort and company.
Surely you haven't severed all contacts. Other options. Old lady, huh? Old lady alone, huh? Anything valuable? No.
Oh, goodness, no. I have a supply caravan that passes here maybe once a week. I trade with them for whatever I need, and I stock up enough till they return.
What could you possibly have to trade?
Besides shelter? Well, I offer something in the way of entertainment. I play songs on my homemade violin, and people trade me goods. If not in person, I use my husband's old radio set. The men in the caravan say it keeps their morale up on lonely nights in the wasteland.
Guess homemade violins never quite in tune.
Oh, you are a clever one. Yes, that's exactly the problem that I have with it. It doesn't quite play all of the notes correctly, and I have to constantly tinker with it.
Your husband's radio can broadcast across the entire Capital Wasteland?
Yes, my husband was very proud of the setup. He tinkered with that thing for years to get it working. I've tried to use it to get whatever I need, but I've never gotten a reply.
Built a homemade violin, huh? Impressive.
Thank you. Well, my husband had his hobbies. I'm afraid mine was making that sorry instrument. I only wish I could replace it with something better.
Is there any way I can help?
But now that you mention it, yes, there is. My trading depends on my violin. Without it, I have nothing to play, no way to make music. If you can bring me a violin, a better one, I'd feel much more secure.
Violin. That's hardly something that would have survived the war.
Yes, very sad, isn't it? Sad to think that no more musical instruments will ever be made the old way ever again. Well, fortunately, I know where perhaps the last real violin in the world exists. If you give me your word that you will recover it, I will tell you more.
Okay. So we got lots of options here. But let's do charisma. You seem like a nice woman. Let me get that violin for you.
Well, that's just so sweet of you. I feel bad sending you off with nothing like this. I have a small amount of ammunition that my husband left behind. A box of odds and ends. I don't think I've opened it in years. If you do this for me, you're welcome to take whatever you need.
All right, I give you my word I'll do my best to recover a violin for you.
Oh, I don't think I've been this happy in years. As promised, here's the key to the ammunition box. It's right under the radio table. Before you leave, I have some information that may help you, at least a place to begin. It all starts with my great-great-grandmother Hilda back in 2077, before the bombs fell.
You have records from back then?
Of a kind, yes. Hilda sent a good deal of letters to my great-grandmother Mary, who passed them on, and so forth. I suppose the correspondence could be considered a diary of sorts.
2077. Can't even imagine that long ago.
It certainly is a long time. That precious instrument has been through a lot. Anyway, Hilda was quite a special woman, classically trained and exceptionally talented at the violin. Her pride and joy was her Stradivarius violin. I can only imagine how exquisite this instrument must have been. When the war reared its head, she was invited by Vault Tech into Vault 92. They claimed the vault would be dedicated to preserving musical talent.
Musical talent? Why would they care about that?
Vault Tech was always promoting the vaults being used for the preservation of the arts and all that nonsense. Hilda couldn't pass on a chance to meet many of the other musical talents of the world, so she accepted their invitation. Then the bombs fell, the vault was sealed, and my family never heard from her again.
After 200 years, how can you be certain the violin is in decent shape? Violin, Jesus, sorry.
She kept it in a special pressurized case. Inside the case is the perfect temperature and humidity for the instrument. If the case is still functioning, the Stradivarius would be in perfect shape. Hilda's Stradivarius was named the S2E Stradivarius. All of them had names. That's what I want you to get.
I know where Vault 92 is. I'll hit there right away.
You do? Amazing! Thank you for this. You have no idea what this means to me. Good luck to you.
So if you don't know where Vault 92 is, or have the map marker, she'll send you to Vault Tech HQ in DC, but I've already been there. Besides, I know where it is anyways. Tell me a bit about your great-grandmother. Great-great-grandmother.
She was quite a special woman. Hilda was her name. Classically trained and exceptionally talented at the violin. Her pride and joy was her Stradivarius violin. I can only imagine how exquisite this instrument must have been. When war reared its
Okay,
happily,
this is...
she
That's... I guess I'll ask her this. Any info about Vault Tech headquarters?
From what I gather, it's located in the ruins of D.C. I got the location from one of the supply caravans. They told me it had extremely high security and something they call a mainframe inside. I'd imagine it's quite dangerous. I'd be careful if I was you.
We've of course been there already. When I asked her this, she just repeated stuff. Let's ask her, do you have any information on Vault 92?
I'm sorry. I wish I did. All I know is that Vault Tech intended it to be a protective environment for the world's musical talent. When the bombs fell, the vault was sealed and the rest is a mystery. Perhaps when you find it, you can find some sort of a record of what occurred inside.
We'll do that. All right.
Be careful. I don't want to be responsible for getting you killed.
Okay, well... Vault 92, it's up by Olney. AKA Old Olney. We don't want to go in there yet. It's full of death claws. So let's go to this disposal site and head north. I remember Vault 92's, it's like a lot of the vaults in Fallout 3 and, well, any Fallout game, had a pretty sinister story to it, and we'll be sure to discover that while we're there. Okay, we've got an Enclave outpost up here. I can tell by that little glow there from one of their comms dishes. Oh, they already know I'm here. God, I hate fighting these things. Stupid heavy incinerators. Ah, shot it out of his hand. Hate those things. I'm not gonna pick up their stuff at the moment. I think I'm already kind of full from previous episodes. I forgot to drop stuff. Jesus. Where you going? What do we have here? Computer terminal. Field report, PFCM Scott. Prepared by NCOJ Tuckman by audio dictation on okay, begin file. Sir, I encountered 3 ferals on my patrol. This was somewhere around 0300 hours, I think, and it was dark, so they saw me first. I discharged my firearm 4 times, fatally striking 2 of the 3. My weapon jammed before I could fire on the 3rd target, and just then I realized it wasn't engaging. I knew our orders were to report on anything unusual, and well, I thought that was pretty strange. He actually followed me back here on his own. We put him in the trailer with the other, and he's being quiet. And he's been quiet as you like. What? Strangest thing I've ever seen. Orders. Mission directive. Establish and enforce enclave presence among general populace disposable of genetic non-compliance offenders. Establish constituency enforcement point coordinates, monitor civilian movement. Distribute purified water rations to civilians willing to submit to genetic compliance screening. Participation in screening is compulsory for all civilians, and use of force is authorized in enforcement. Pardon me, having trouble talking today for some reason. Genetic non-compliance offenders should be detained at the checkpoint. They're talking about people that have, like, radiation, you know, in their blood or in their whatever. To conserve consumption of enclave resources, detainees should be disposed of by flame only when withholding facility becomes overcrowded or detainees become unmanageable, whichever comes first. Lovely. Classic enclave. Guessing this was your holding facility, huh? Okay. Anyways.
Hostile. Target
Let's not get too close to Olney. Turn off our light. I don't want to pull in a bunch of death claws at the moment. We'll have our night in Olney when we get to that part in Broken Steel. There's an Olney Underground attic with that expansion. Or DLC. Whatever. Here we are. Get our shotgun out. Right. It's never a good sign when you see them open and rusty. If I'm not mistaken, there's just like a lot of bugs in here, isn't there? Professor Malleus, audio log.
So far, the experiment is going exactly as planned. We're subjecting the residents.
Why is there no subtitles? Oh, general subtitles was off. What? Why?
Extremely low frequency white noise and regular intervals through the loudspeaker system. Using the soundproof recording studios and the musicians was an inspired idea. Kudos to the Vault-Tec selection committee on their shrewdness.
Shrewdness is right. So they're subjecting everyone in here to white noise. Goody. Feels like my mouse sensitivity changed somehow. What the hell? Weird. Okay. Let's pop up our local map so we can keep track of where we're going. Riveting combat, right? Bugs. Not only bugs, but weak bugs. Reactor room. Guess we can go in there first. It's not what we're after ultimately. I think we're after the sound studio or sound lab or whatever. But let's check this out first. Gonna explore the whole vault. Oh, good. Oh. Not just bugs. So that's how they got in. Engineering logs. Trouble tickets. Oh. Fixed notes. If I told Zach once, I've told him 1,000 times. Stop using the higher amperage ballasts in the lighting grid on B level. They'll overheat within days and blow out because the power taps up there weren't installed up to spec. Had to replace 37 ballasts with type KO9A ballasts and use a power tap converter on each one. Billing my missed dinner with that sexy redhead violinist in Women's Dorm 7 to Zach's work credit account. Security upgrade. Overwritten. Air conditioning system odd smell. This was pretty nasty. Seems when Vault Tech built this place, they decided to go ahead and parallel route the waste disposal dumping system with the air conditioning ducts. In some places the ductwork is corroding, which is spread into the waste pipes. So now we have the waste products leaking into the venting. The airflow through the ducts is carrying the smell into most of the men's dormitory 1, 2, and 5. Had to climb in there and patch it all up. Deterioration. Ongoing. I have stress fractures and water seepage in 3 areas on D level. I can only conclude that there is an adjoining underground spring or lake that is putting pressure on the concrete walls. I've already patched the stress fractures and used the metal plating that we normally use for flooring to shore it up for now. I recommend we all get all the engineers together on this issue and come up with some sort of more permanent solution. Otherwise, we'll be knee-deep in nasty groundwater, or worse. Squeaky office chair. This huge emergency was immediately addressed by our crack engineering team. We ran up to Professor Malaeus' office and deployed the fluidic lubrication injector in an effort to stop impending doom from destroying us all. Okay, fine, we oiled his damn chair. Is this really the kind of crap that's worth submitting a trouble ticket for? Yeah, they're concerned about water. We're obviously justified. Okay, don't want to be firing anything in here. Gas leak. Ah, as I was saying. You just follow me. This is actually pretty big for a reactor area. Comes out the other side. Where the hell does this lead to? Huh? Okay. Oh, this is back up by the entrance area. Okay. Think. Pretty sure. Wait a minute, where? Classroom, equipment room. It's over here then. What the hell put that there? Oh, I see. Atrium. Alright, well. Guess we can just go into the atrium. Repair my shotgun. What the hell? Feedback loops. Okay, pass this on after you get it. Gotta keep this crap off the intravault mails. If you can hack the control panels, use their noise flush feature to spook the crazies. Works okay and it kept me alive these last 2 days, but they're starting to catch on. We need to get organized and make an attempt for the vault door. It's our only chance. The crazies, huh? Lots of skeletons. Very barren. So that goes back up. Clinic. So very barren. Combat stuff. Uh-huh. Why would they have a merc outfit in here? Whatever. Check the other side. Stupid bugs. I feel like I've been using the phrase stupid bugs when I'm playing Fallout games for 20 years. It's sound testing. Since Fallout 1. Stupid bugs. You could say 23 years because Fallout 1 was 97, but I didn't play it until 99 or 2000. I don't think anything will ever beat the Cazadors in New Vegas for being annoying, though. Those were the worst. Alright. Lovely. Sound testing is where we're ultimately trying to go. I also want a Vault 92 jumpsuit, if I can find one. Can't open these. Metal armor, why would that be here? Huh. One of these.
I'm a bit encouraged by the latest batch of data. It seems that 33% of the subjects are now lapsing into a trance-like state on occasion. When in this state, we're fairly certain that suggestion and programming of the subject can be applied. We've begun testing this by implanting subtle cues in affected subjects, making them scratch their ear or constantly fix their hair. So far, I'm happy to report a 100% success rate on this implementation method.
Fantastic. Sounds like important shit to be doing while the world's being bathed in nuclear fire.
Disaster today. One of our test subjects, V920717, has murdered 3 other residents in a fit of unbridled rage, the likes of which I've never seen. It took almost 23 shots before the security team took him down. This subject has no history of violence or mental instability whatsoever. My concern is that this subject is one of our most successful implant recipients, able to execute complex instructions during a trance state.
Uh-huh. And it all goes down from there. Richard Rubin's terminal. Okay. It was Overseer Tunnel. Personal entry. As per instructions, the broadcast equipment for the white noise has been rerouted from the sound boost and tied directly into the entire Vault's loudspeaker system. I'll now be able to execute Vault Tech Confidential Plan WNMSCE, White Noise and Mind Suggestion Combat Experimentation. I have 3 of Professor Malais's team doing what I need to get it done and hope to show some concrete results soon. I had the engineers make it so the white noise can be either triggered from the control center or at the local security consoles. Password is... The results are even better than I could have ever imagined. The sheer strength and tenacity of combat suggestion in planted test subjects is incredible. Imagine an entire army of people who would never disobey a direct order from high command and can fight until it takes over 20 bullets to stop them. Malaya says experiment is a failure, so there's been a few deaths. 1 step back, 2 steps forward. It's easy to suppress what everyone in the vault are calling crazies. I've added the command word in their suggestion implants. Added a command word in their suggestion implants. Simply say the phrase, "Sanity is not statistical," and they'll stop dead in their tracks. I've informed the guards of this, but I've told them only to use it when out of earshot of anyone else. The command phrase is no longer working against the crazies. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm losing control of the situation. If we don't get things under control soon, pardon me, we're gonna have a huge revolt on our hands. Malaise is inciting the rest of the Vault into action. I'm afraid, by the power invested in me, the Vault Tech Corporation, I have no choice but to have him killed. What a waste. I'm not sure where this leads. We don't want to go too off track here. We are trying to get into the sound testing labs, which the entrance is back in the atrium, but I'm just curious. Oh, that goes into sound testing. Okay. So, I guess we should just go in there, but I think I missed the, We'll have to go back and go in from here. I'm pretty sure I missed the, living quarters and all that. We can, get there on the way out. Oh, this is actually blocked. Never mind. Have to go the other way. In the atrium. Huh. Guess I hadn't got in here yet. Why is there roller skates in here? Okay. Supply shop. Oop. Lucky. Lock safe. Intravault mail. To Richard Rubin, overseer, from Gordy Summer. This is the 5th time I've requested that you allow me to release our supply of headphones and personal audio listening gear to the residents. It seems unfair that the residents are required to listen to their music selections in the studio rooms. I have an ample supply of the type of equipment that would allow most of the residents to relax in their beds and enjoy their musical recordings. Please let me know your reasons behind this matter. To all Vault residents, I am pleased to announce that we now have strawberry pudding available in the Vault store for 10 work credits. Supply is very limited, so hurry down. Okay. To Dan Kowacheski. From your last mail, it seems we have a deal. I'll give you everything on your list in exchange for the weapon we discussed. Things are getting worse in this vault with almost half the residents going crazy. I just want to be prepared, don't worry. I'll lock the gun in my safe so no one can easily trace it back to your department. Pardon me. Few guns, actually. You didn't have any ammo for these ones. I'm almost full. I got a lot of stuff I need to bring to the outcasts. Okay. Anyhow. Sound lab entrance was over here. Classroom lab, yep. Sorry. Okay, I think I hear Mirelurks. Lab. Whoa. Just having a seizure there for a minute. Check classroom first. They'll like come at me, bro. Stance these things do is great. Utility. Okay, that's back. Okay. What have we here? Oh, I didn't hear this. Oh. Okay, I
The situation is getting out of hand. Over half the population of the vault is exhibiting savage tendencies. We can only assume our noise experimentation has awakened some dormant part of their psyche, brought their primitive nature to the surface. In essence, I feel that they are almost psychologically devolving. I was stupid for rushing these experiments. Now over 35 people are dead.
Yeah? Huh. So, here we are in a studio. Not the one we're looking for, though. Or not studio, classroom. we go. Hard to spot those with all these texture mods. Used to be easy to find. Come back to that. Ew, what a mess that just made.
I can't believe what I've discovered. Just before he died, one of the security team members told me everything. The Overseer has been implanting these murderous intentions in the entire Vault population without my knowledge. Using the loudspeakers in the dorms instead of just the studios, he subjected everyone to the white noise as they slept. He then implanted combat suggestions he claims came from Vault-Tec itself. He must be completely insane. No observation, no controls. I'm going to have to confront him now and make him pay for what he's done. Half the Vault is dead. The other half, fighting for its life. Good luck to all of us. And may God have mercy on our souls.
Yeah. Anyways, studio computer. That up. Intravault mail. The engineering staff. Hey guys, I'm not sure if this is even worth putting in an official trouble ticket for, but I'm getting some sort of odd pitch overlay on my sound equipment. It's almost like another signal is leaking from maybe the Vault intercom network or communications gear and piggybacking on everything I record. It's barely noticeable, but I can definitely see it on my scope. Do we have any cross-wiring issues or faulty cable installation problems on sea level? To Hilda, I just wanted to take this opportunity to send you an Intravault mail regarding the wonderful session you performed this afternoon. Sound you coax from your Stradivarius is bar none the most haunting, beautiful thing I've heard here to date. I was wondering if perhaps we could get together tomorrow evening and discuss this in a more intimate setting. Also to Hilda, hi Hildy, just wanted to send you a quick note. Our session together yesterday was wonderful. I'm glad the studio doors lock, otherwise some of your stuffier fellow musicians might not appreciate how closely you and I work. Make sure when we meet tonight you bring your delicate instrument and your violin too. I have an idea of something we can do with the bow, a new technique I've always wanted to try. Oh dear. Alright. We can go in here now. Must have got locked into the studio. If only I had a soundproof studio. Or heavily insulated studio. I just had to stop recording for like, or pause recording for like 5 minutes waiting for a fucking train to pass my house. Gonna have to step on bodies. Here it is. Got the violin. Now we can leave. But I do want to investigate. Let's leave it open. The rest of the vault. See if there's something I missed. Aha. Supply room. Missiles, huh? Okay, I think we're done down here. Actually, we might be done. I need to go back to the entrance and make sure there's not a living quarters place to check out. Oh, wait a minute. Came out the other side here. Where I haven't been. Clinic. Oh, not the clinic. Reactor. Need to go back to the atrium. Oh, here's living quarters. Where did I pass that? Oh, hello. so bloody. I do have a mod on that changes the blood texture. It's why it's so bloody. Women's dorm security terminal. Intercom operator. Oh. Noise flush. Ah, yeah, I wouldn't want to listen to that all day. Okay. Still haven't found a Vault 92 jumpsuit. Not sure I'm going to. Okay. Mail dorm security terminal. Same thing. Where's this go? See where that leads. I mean, basically leads back out. I'm just not sure where. Huh. Small dorms. Yeah, if there's random times where the voice is on my end, my commentary cuts out for a while, it's because I had to mute my mic because, like I was saying earlier, I could use soundproofing. Live 20 feet from a highway, even though I've done as much as I can with noise gates and other stuff. It's not enough. Okay. The hell killed all these things? Did they have Mirelurk problems before this all happened, or? Noise flush. Ah. Okay. What the hell is all this? Clinic. Laboratory terminal. Okay. Intervault mail. To the Section 4 lab assistants from Professor. Congratulations on a job well done, everyone. It seems like the current white noise tests are a complete success with less than 1% margin of error. We still have much to do analyzing the data, but I think all of you deserve a pat on the back for the excellent work. Let's keep it up. To the Overseer. Here's the data on subject blah blah as requested. We're completely baffled as to why someone would behave in this manner after being subjected to the white noise experiments. As soon as our autopsy is complete, we'll try to piece together why he went insane. Sorry about this, Rick. We'll get to the bottom of it soon. To the Overseer. Again, we have a serious problem on our hands, and you have yet to answer my last several mails or even see me. I have 7 more dead. 3 other Vault 92 residents have suffered the same symptoms as the original subject. How many more of these people have to die before you realize we're in deep trouble? We're alone out here. No one will come to our rescue, if anyone's even left. We have to deal with this ourselves. Please, I beg you to come see me immediately and call your goon squad off your living area doors. To the Overseer. Section 4 is under heavy guard now. I can't even get in without a personal escort. It's my estimate that over 30% of the Vault's entire population is now clinically insane and poses a real danger to the rest of us. We have to consider the possibility we may need to abandon the Vault completely. Better to take a chance outside than in here. You still won't speak to me, and any attempt I've made to see you has ended in scuffles with your guards. It's obvious something's going on, and I'm gonna find out what. So this guy was doing benign kind of stuff. But the Overseer, not so much, thanks to Vault Tech.
Unbelievable. We've had 12 more incidents in the past month mirroring subject V920717's actions. The shocking part is the savagery these aberrants exhibit when they murder. They rip their victims apart limb from limb and eviscerate them by hand. These used to be respected members of the musical community. How could this be happening? Where have I gone wrong?
And now I'm over encumbered here. These are all things for me to turn in. That's why they're not like repaired. Did I loot this? No. So, what is in here? Data storage. Wow. First guess. It's more like medical supplies than data storage. Unless these things have information on them. Nope. Nothing I can access. Can't think of the names of these kind of things. There's things like this in real life, and I can't remember what the hell they're called or what they're for. They had them in the old Fallouts too, like 1 and 2, and Vaults, other places. Of course, it's like a piece of 50s, 60s, maybe 70s equipment. Just can't remember what the hell they're called. What they're used for. I'll have to look that up later. Tape deck things. Or, I guess those are like reels. Anyways. None over here. We've been everywhere in here. Looks like we've been everywhere down here. So, alright. We're not done with this quest yet, so it's time to leave. You've gotten the scoop on Vault 92. You're probably supposed to come into here before you went down to sound testing and stuff. Bye-bye, Vault 92. Didn't get my, souvenir, but it's alright. Alright, back to Agatha.
Oh, my word. Is that what I think it is? Oh, my goodness gracious. Seems like you've been gone forever. Please tell me you have good news.
Here's your violin.
Oh, my goodness. I must see it, please. Oh, my. It's more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. I can't thank you enough. I wish I had something to give you, a more suitable reward for all your efforts. All I can give you is the frequency to my radio set. Tune in whenever you feel like listening to the strains of an old woman's violin playing.
However, we're not done yet. The reward I was talking about, there's another step to this quest we can do here.
You're a sight for these old eyes.
How are you feeling, Agatha?
Much better lately, thanks for asking. With the return of the S2E Stradivarius, everything has changed. It's like a long-lost family member has come home.
They're assuming I would have left and then came back to this later, after you find a few things. Playing live on the radio all the time must be exhausting.
Oh, don't be silly. I record everything I play on the nice machines built into my husband's old radio gear. That way you can hear the music anytime you want, and this old woman can get some well-needed beauty sleep.
You should write your music down to keep it preserved for the future.
Well, I suppose I could. They aren't my pieces of music by any stretch of the imagination, though.
Doesn't matter, everything gets lost with time.
You make a good point. I'm no spring chicken, so one day I'll be gone. Oh my, what if I'm the last person on the planet to know these pieces of music? What if all the recordings have been destroyed? To lose such beautiful music would be a shame.
What do you need to get it done?
Well, I only need 2 things, my noggin and some music paper.
Why not record it on holotape?
Look around you. Do you see any fancy computers or high-tech gizmos? My husband and I were never into that kind of junk. The most high-tech thing we have is the radio setup, and even that was old before the bombs fell. I need the paper. It's all I know how to use. Can you help me?
Sure, I'll get the paper for you.
Well, thank you. You've done so much for me already, I just don't know what else to say. If you get the paper, head back here in time. There's no rush.
We might as well ask her this, even though I've already found a few piece of this.
I'm afraid I don't. I'm surprised you didn't find any in Vault 92, knowing that it was a place where musicians used to live. I would ask every merchant and just search the wasteland. Perhaps one day you'll be in luck. Watch yourself out there. The wasteland is no place to be messing around.
Huh. So I found one in the school over at the Springville school. You can find one there. There's also a few other places that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I stashed them in my safe back home in Megaton. So let's go grab them. Clover's still here waiting for me. I grabbed her a few episodes ago from Paradise Falls. Just kind of left her standing there. Yeah, I've got 3. I don't even remember where I found them all, except for the one, but yeah, I didn't see any in Vault 92. I was looking. So this part, to get the reward I was talking about.
Well, well, look who the cat dragged in.
Guess what I have for you?
My word! You actually found some real music paper. I didn't even think it possible. Yet here it is. You've really outdone yourself this time. I knew getting the Stradivarius was a challenge, but this is just incredible. This is all too much. You deserve more than just a pat on the back.
Yes, I do. Sure, I'll take whatever you can afford.
Well, like I told you before, I don't have wealth out here in the sticks, but I can certainly provide you something useful. My husband left me something else beside the radio setup. I think you'll find it useful. It's his old pistol. He tinkered with it some and used to practice with it all the time. Now I want you to have it.
Thanks, Agatha. It's more than I expected. No, it's not.
You're welcome. Just keep it clean and repaired and it will never let you down. Now, Scoot, I have to get cracking on this music notation.
All right. Black Hawk. It's pretty cool. Oh, I'm over encumbered now. Hold on. Here you go. 44. Perfect condition. And it doesn't have the scope, which is awesome. I think the only other place you can find one in the vanilla game without a scope is if during Broken Steel... Okay, not the vanilla game, but the unmodded game. Is during Broken Steel, if you bomb the Citadel with the satellites, you can get into the armory, which isn't usually accessible, and there's one in there called, like, Callahan's Revolver or something. Dirty Harry reference, but yeah. It's actually a really nice for a pistol. I like it. Okay, well, that was Agatha's song and story of Vault 92, so I think be a good place to stop. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.